right, and we're streaming. God. So, we're trying something new. I don't know if anybody can see this when I take down the live feed later on and edit it. You won't see me at the bottom there, but you can see if you look really closely at the bottom, you can see me and Gary, and this is so Gary can see me.
Yes.
Because you can't see me for some reason in the OBS feed. I haven't been able to figure it out how to make a split screen video chat. If anybody knows how to make a split screen video feed in OBS easily, not like all complications and stuff, let me know, because this is highly aggravating. I think I wasted about an hour trying to figure this out.
We'll get there.
And whoever thinks Gary should use Hangouts or Facebook, because he can't do his funny things now. So.
Well, yeah, I can't change my face. I can still be an idiot for the duration of the podcast.
Well, I cut those out anyway. I put it at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody even like enjoys the end parts, just let me know what you enjoy. Other than that, what have you been doing this week?
It's been quite a busy work week, so I've not done as much writing as I'd liked to have done. I got about 1,000 words into a story that I was working on, and then got really bored of it, and it became a real chore to sort of get to the meaty bits, so to speak. So I started a new story.
Yeah.
Inspired actually by the conversation we had sort of last week about the old sort of Japanese horror games and the Japanese anime and stuff. Once again, started that, then realised that, I only had like 5,000 words to write it in or whatever, and rather than starting at the beginning and then working way all the way through, I decided to actually, start again and start from right in the middle of the action, right at the beginning of the story, and sort of explain the backstory as it goes through. I find it kind of difficult, man, sometimes with things like that, especially when you've not got a lot of time on your hands. And
yeah.
I think, being a really good writer is the ability to lay down something, like a story, step by step, without having any, I don't know, with in an effective way, without it being boring. And I just got to a point with the first story I was writing where I was like, my God, this is killing me. It's that boring. So probably don't read that way, but there you go. Besides that, I've been what have I done this week? I watched the new Mary Poppins this morning. Mary Poppins Returns. Really enjoyed it. Thought it was fantastic. And that's about it. What about you?
I've been messing with a few stories. I got halfway through, but they look promising. It's been very busy too. I'm in the Midtown office this week, and I'm taking care of these two guys, and it gets kind of busy over there. They've been on vacation. Well, one of them has, and I've been pretty much able to, but it's still, they asked me to do prints, and they asked me to do filing and all this other stuff, making labels. So I sometimes it's hard to try and create in between those things, because you'll be typing something down, you'll be at the perfect part in the story. Hey, can you make some labels for me? And then I have to like minimize it because I don't want them to see me what I'm working on and stuff. So it gets kind of aggravating in that aspect. But I do have a few stories that I'm working on. I was working on the novel called Tombstone.
The one about the radio.
Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much it. Haven't really been able to watch anything. Haven't been able to read anything. Everything has been just editing and writing on my spare moments. So
no, that's good. You got a chance to go to Starbucks, much as we can see you got one now.
Yeah, and you know what? This is terrible, man. Like I'm so pissed at them. I go to the drive-in and look at that color. That's like milk. It's like, oh yeah, I'll have some coffee with my milk. And I told them just a splash, just a tiny splash. And what do? And the guy even said, I guess the guy was like, oh, you didn't just put a splash. Because I heard the other guy say, oh, I put this much cream. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, it only needs like a very tiny bit because the cream is more, you know, strong or whatever.
Yeah.
And they never get it right, so no more drive-through.
No. I've been. Your video was vanished, by the way. I don't know why. Oh, you're back again. Your video was vanished for a second. I was gonna say I've had a couple of frappes this week, and it's been quite cold. We've actually had snow today.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, it's not stuck though. It's not. It's just wet. But I've had a bit of a head cold and I've had a sore throat. So a couple of times this week I popped into the local Starbucks just across the road from the university where I work, and the first time I ordered a chocolate chip frappe, with the coffee in it as opposed to cream.
Yeah.
And the girl serving me looked at me like I had three heads. It's like as if to say like it's freezing out there. Why are you having a frappe?
Yeah.
Everyone else was like wrapped up in like scarves and stuff. And getting hot drinks, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have a cold drink. But my throat was so sore.
Yeah.
I just wanted something to cool it down, but. Yeah, no, I really like a good Starbucks coffee. I like the seasonal ones, I love the eggnog lattes and the what else do I like? The matcha latte as well was quite nice. But if you ever have a matcha latte, get it with the sweetener or whatever. Just get it with something in it that's sweeten it up, because man, it just tastes like milk basically if you don't.
Man. Yeah, I know
the green one.
I think they call it. Isn't it maca? Maca. I don't know.
Mocha's the chocolate one. The matcha latte is the green tea latte.
Yeah, it was. I always get the pumpkin spice once. That's all I can really stand it. Maybe once or twice. After that, I just can't stand it anymore. I just get it just to break in the holiday. But the eggnog lattes I definitely can do. But it's another thing where you have to get it right, because if they don't make it right, then it's really it's terrible.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those green tea matcha lattes that have just tasted like frothy milk with a little bit of tea in or something. It's really, really weak. And you're paying a lot of money, man. I mean, I don't know how much it is for like a venti latte over in the States, but over here it's like £3.80 or something. Yeah. So it's almost £4.
Yeah, it's like $5 here. Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah. So it ain't cheap. And you're getting it for just, you can get a beer for that,
Yeah.
I could go to the pub and get 2 pints of beer for £5.
Well, supposedly they're supposed to get it right. Like, until they get it right, they're supposed to, you can tell them, take it back and remake it. Mm-hmm. But it's like in real world, you tell them, they'll probably spit in it or something, It's
well, by the time I've noticed half the time, so I don't like my coffee piping hot anyway. I like it to be cooled down a little bit. So I tend to wait till I get into work, which is just like a 3-minute walk from the Starbucks. And by the time you get there and you sit it, you can't be bothered walking back. No. It's you just sort of grin and bear it, put some sweetener in it, and just get on with it. But I have found with the green tea lattes that you ask if they say sweetener, say yes please, because otherwise it just tastes like crap. It doesn't taste very, very nice. But if I had to sort of press for a favourite, I really like the creme brulee latte over Christmas. I thought it was really nice. It's very sweet, but I really like the taste of that.
Yeah.
I've got a real sweet tooth, But I think it's good. Coffee and writing go hand in hand. Some of the more enjoyable sessions I've had have been sat in a Starbucks writing.
Yes, that is definitely true. That's why we're talking about this, because coffee is the writers. It runs in our blood.
Yeah, absolutely. It's coffee in our veins. No, there's nothing better than having a nice coffee, and it's a strange thing, man. As I was growing up, I always used to drink tea. What's that? Oh, Zevia. Oh, that's right. That's how it looks.
Okay. This is a ginger ale. Let me just get this for Gary here.
Okay. Zevia ginger ale.
See?
0 calorie. Oh, very nice. Yeah.
And let's see. I'll open it here.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
And then I'll half open it for Gary.
Oh, lovely. Very nice. You know what, man? I love the American root beer. I think A&W is one of my favourite root beers. I've spent most of my life drinking the root beer we have over here. Most of the time it's just like sarsaparilla stuff, it just tastes like root beer.
Yeah.
And then we got an American import shop open up near us. And there was a time about 5 years ago where it was fashionable for American import shops to open up everywhere, and big chains of supermarkets had an American section all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because the perception in England is that the chocolate over in the States is awful, you know. But they have, like, for some reason, these stalls are full of, like, Reese's and stuff like that, and Hershey's. Is it Hershey's?
Hershey's, yeah. They make it different there, though. They make
Yeah.
it, yeah.
American chocolate to me tastes. We've had this conversation before. Probably it tastes really chalky and salty and almost like vomit-like. You know, the smell of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm going off on a thing. But yeah, one of these places was the first place where I ever bought proper root beer. It's really expensive because they put a massive markup on it for importing, and oh man, it's like heaven when you drink that stuff. I love A&W. I think it's really nice.
Yeah, they have a root beer for the Zevia, and it's not bad because the Zevia basically tastes like a watered down version of what they're trying to replicate. They have a Mountain Zevia, which is like a Mountain Dew, and they have a Dr. Stevia, which is Dr. Pepper. You know? But the thing is it's a watered down version, but it's also like not real sugar. Like you're getting, you know, there's no. But on the chocolate thing, if you go into Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or the natural places and you get the real chocolate, totally different experience. I usually don't get the Hershey's too much because it does taste like crap. Especially, I mean, the Russell Stovers for Valentine's Day is okay. But even them, they're not you know as good as some of these places that they get the cacao beans.
Yeah.
They get it from like Africa, and they try to do the what is that? They always crap. I forgot. It's same with the coffee. They don't want to. It's like it's not free trade, fair trade. Yeah. So you know they're making. You know that the people that are making the cocoa is making the money. You know everybody's getting a piece of the action. I heard Hershey's and all these other companies at one point, what they did was they took out all the cocoa butter, and they put in a they used the cocoa butter. They sold it to like the hand cream companies and stuff, and they put in this fake kind of fat. It was like vegetable butter or something. And if you look it up, you can just Google it and it'll show you that. One time I was just saying, this doesn't taste right. There's something wrong because I haven't eaten it for such a while. And then I looked it up and I found out that that's what they were doing. And they couldn't technically call it a chocolate bar because it was not really cocoa butter in there. Like it was just a very small amount. In Whole Foods, if you get a chocolate bar that says dark chocolate, it's a 70 to 80% cacao. And their milk chocolate is like 35 to 40, where Hershey's is like even less. So their dark chocolate is the same amount of cacao as like a regular milk chocolate in you know one of these other companies. So they were pretty bad with that. I think they tried to fix it, but still, it's I guess it's a flavor. If you like that flavor of Hershey's, then you're gonna.
Yeah, I saw a TV show over here where they got some different types of chocolate and from different countries. You know, like had some from Africa, some from the States, some from South America, Australia, and they basically mixed it all up and did a taste challenge, across the different continents.
Yeah.
And just naturally, the Americans preferred the American stuff, the Europeans preferred our own stuff, and I think it's just it's to your tastes, I suppose, as a nation. But I mean, the nicest chocolate I think I've ever tasted is Milka. It's a German brand of chocolate. I don't even know if you get it over in the States. Milka, and it's usually in a purple wrapper. It's got like cows on the front of it.
I think
that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gorgeous. It's so nice.
How about the Finnish chocolate?
Finnish chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's that called?
I forgot the name of it. My brother-in-law always brings it back when him and my sister go to Finland. I forgot the name of it, but it's pretty good as well.
Yeah, I mean Cadbury's is lovely. Cadbury's chocolate's really nice. Except when you buy a Cadbury's bar in the States, it's not the same as what we get.
Yeah, you're right. Even the Kit Kat. Even the Kit Kats are made differently.
Yeah, I love Kit Kats as well. You know, they're really nice. Kit Kats are really popular in Japan. You know, partially because I think the word Kit Kat, it sounds very similar to something like Kitu Katu or something which is lucky, and red is a lucky colour. So over in Japan, it's traditional to give your loved one a Kit Kat if they're graduating or something. You're pointing at me there. But yeah, that is really popular in Japan. And yeah, for Christmas this year, I imported a ton of little mini Kit Kats from Japan for my significant other.
Oh wow!
It was quite expensive, man. You know, everything is when you're importing, but they had like pumpkin flavoured Kit Kat, sake flavoured Kit Kat, cherry Kit Kat. You know, matcha tea Kit Kat.
That's popular over there, I've heard.
Yeah, the chocolate's like green, you know. But I love chocolate. You know, it's really nice. And sometimes it goes really well with the coffee. You know, when you sat there and you're writing your next bestseller, a nice bit of coffee and a bit of chocolate goes down quite well.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to these videos.
Yeah, so I'm going to end the live show now and then move on to the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday show.
Yeah.
Cool.
And,
although, just for the purpose of the viewers and listeners, we do genuinely record on those days. So I will literally be
yes.
Will save his Zevia ginger beer, and I'll be sat here in front of the oven.
I was trying to do the new.
It's all with Mark K.